So today I want to talk about how the government is actually paying you to get a Tesla or other electric car in that matter. EV tax credits are available and I've gotten a lot of questions on them recently. So I want to just kind of make a video, go over exactly what it is, how it works, and so you can kind of get an idea of what is offered in your state.
But first off, I do have to say, I am not an accountant. I do not claim to be an accountant. So definitely if you do have any questions, go see an accountant before you decide to do anything.
So there are two different kinds of things. There is a tax credit which is claimed when you file your taxes for that year, and there's also a rebate, and rebates are available to be claimed immediately after your purchase. So in the US, we actually have a $7,500 federal income tax credit. So the credit works as such. On the taxes for the year you bought your car in, you can file for your federal tax credit. On that credit though, you actually have to pay in. So if you don't owe taxes, say you are unemployed or retired, whatever, if you don't actually owe taxes for that year, unfortunately you will not get any of that $7,500. If you only pay into federal about $3,000 or $4,000, you will only get what you pay into up to $7,500. You cannot go over $7,500, and anything under $7,500, they do not give you the difference up to $7,500. So it's a little tricky in the sense that if you don't pay a full $7,500 in federal tax for that year that you bought your car, you will not get the full $7,500. It is not something that will be refunded if there is excess. So definitely something to keep in mind, because I've heard a lot of stories about people that actually didn't pay in hardly at all and were curious where their $7,500 was, and it wasn't explained to them, I guess by their accountant very clearly. They did not get it, and you would not either. However, the federal tax credit only works if you buy the car. If you are leasing, it will go to the financial institution. It will not go to you. So that is another thing to keep in mind. When you buy a Tesla, you will actually get that. And the federal tax credit is only for new cars, the first person to be the technical owner of it. It is not for used cars or anything like that, unfortunately. These federal tax credits do come with a timeline. They are only good for the first 200,000 units from a manufacturer. So given that Tesla has probably about 130 or so thousand in the US, it's only good for the next 70,000 or so. And of those, we still have to account for Model S, Model X, and Model 3 that will be starting up. So many have speculated that the federal tax credit will last Tesla until about mid-2018. But again, that all kind of depends on the S and X sales up through there, and also how they do the rollout of the Model 3. After they reach 200,000 units, the 2 quarters after the quarter they reach that 200,000 mark in, the tax credit is reduced by 50%, so it will drop to $3,750. Then the 2 quarters after, it is dropped to 25%, which is $1,875. So while, yes, once they reach 200, it will start to diminish, we will still have a full year of some kind of tax credit. So if you were on the fence, definitely kind of consider that, because that is one of the strongest incentives. There's only one other state that can top that, and those are what we're going to move on to next, are the great states that are actually incentivizing EV purchases. So in no particular order, I would like to thank these states personally: Arizona, California, Colorado, Delaware, Hawaii, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Washington, D.C. You guys deserve a hand for helping incentivize the purchase of an EV, and I really appreciate it. I wish more states would follow in your footsteps. And if I did not just mention the state which you live in, I would suggest you send some letters, tell them how much you like other states incentivizing it, and see what they can do. You never know until you ask. And if you do live in one of those states, I'm sorry. So I just want to kind of go over what these states actually offer. So Arizona, unfortunately, doesn't have an actual rebate or a tax credit, but they do still have some perks. They offer reduced vehicle license tax, carpool lane access, and reduced rates for EV charging. So that in itself is great to see. It's a step in the right direction. California, on the other hand, does offer a $2,500 rebate. However, currently they have run out of funds, but they are waitlisting it in case it is renewed, which based on how California has been going, it wouldn't surprise me if they do renew it. But California does also have an income eligibility requirement. If you make more than $150,000 as an individual, $204,000 as a head of household, or $300,000 as a joint filing, you are not allowed to apply. Colorado, on the other hand, has a $5,000 tax credit. Colorado, I actually know a little bit more about because that is where I live. So I'll go into this one a little bit more in detail. Last year it was actually $6,000 and used models were eligible. Some people that were buying Leafs and importing them into Colorado and then selling them, it got a little sticky, so I understand why they now changed it to $5,000 and it has to be a new model only. However, it is still great that it is offered. It is a fully refundable tax credit too. So in the state of Colorado, if you do not pay $5,000 in state tax, it doesn't matter. You will get the full $5,000 back. It's a really great program. I'm very happy to be in Colorado where they offer that. It is awesome. Keep up the good work, Colorado. Delaware does offer a $1,000 rebate. However, on Tesla's website, I found it two different things. On one part, it says it is $1,000, but when you're ordering it, it says it's $2,000. So I looked it up on the Delaware state site, and it says there it is $1,000. So I'm not sure why Tesla says $2,200. If anyone knows, put it in the comment section down below. But I couldn't find anywhere else that said $2,200. Hawaii does not offer a tax credit, but does offer perks. It does offer carpool lane access and reduced rates for EV charging. Louisiana has a two-step kind of program. There are two different tax credits. One is $8,000 and that is good on the 75 kilowatt battery. One is $9,500 and that is good on the 100 kilowatt battery. So theirs will vary depending on what battery you do choose. Maryland did have an excise tax credit, however that has since been exhausted, but they do offer a $700 rebate off a wall connector and installation of it. Massachusetts does have a $1,000 rebate, however funds are limited and I'm not sure of its current state. Nevada does not offer any kind of rebate or tax credit, however they do offer carpool lane access and reduced rates for EV charging. New Jersey does not offer any kind of rebate or credit, but does offer sales tax exempt. New York is a $500 rebate. Oregon is a $750 rebate on a wall connector and installation. Pennsylvania does offer a $1,750 rebate. However, that is only for the first 250 participants. I am not sure of its current status. Rhode Island offers a $2,500 rebate. And Washington, D.C. does offer excise tax exempt. Our good friends to the north, they do have some actually very good incentives there too. So in Canada, Ontario does offer a $14,000 rebate and carpool access and a $1,000 rebate on a wall connector and installation. Quebec offers a $3,000 rebate and a $600 on a wall connector and installation. So of those rebates and tax credits, only a handful of them are available if you lease the car. The states that are available if you do lease are going to be California, Colorado, Massachusetts. If you're in Canada, both Ontario and Quebec do offer those to you also. So some states might be beneficial to lease in, some might be better to purchase, especially if you are looking and hoping for that federal tax credit. So that is kind of the breakdown. Hopefully that helps for you guys. Definitely thumbs up the video if you had a question about that. I know I received that email so often and figured a video would probably be the best way to make sure word gets out there and make sure everything is a little bit more clear for everybody. If you are looking for an inventory or used Tesla, feel free to check out our website at teslainventory.com. We break everything down. It's fully searchable. You can check out everything they have available. And if you do decide to purchase a new or inventory model, at the top of our website, you can use our referral link. And in doing so, you will get $1,000 off as well as free unlimited supercharging for your Tesla and help us gain access to certain referral prizes. So any help is much appreciated. And if you have any questions, feel free. My email is in the description below. Click it, email me. If you have any questions or good video ideas that you want to see addressed, definitely let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and click here to subscribe if you haven't already. Here to check out some more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I know every curve like the back of my hand.
15 and 30.